Watch out once you get past the Palisades. The Stranger route is apparently hostile to life, as the scholars say. Wait a moment. Oh, Earth, eat my soul. You're the envoy. Sorry, didn't mean to be so informal.
donHaize, in the flesh.
They said the Emperor sent one of his best and brightest, and Aethys knows we need the help.
Your reputation precedes you.
I hope your voyage here was smooth as good butter. I know maybe too much about rough seas, what with serving in the galleys.
Serving in the galleys? Wait, that means...
The law and I aren't exactly the best of friends, no. Although, I think that's Adir's problem. I was mostly just stealing food. If you're born to the wrong social class, Adir makes climbing the ranks rather difficult. Anyway, that's all in the past.
You know, I wasn't born in the right social class either, but I learned a lot from that experience.
Learned? No, absolutely not. What I've learned is you can either obey the rules or die. I got caught for my many small, petty crimes and spent about 6 years on the prison galleys. Then, a year ago, an Adiran official came to the jails and told us we could serve the Empire for a shortened sentence or rot. You can guess which I chose.
And you're free after that?
Oh, you're a funny one, envoy. Free. Am I free after this? And they say the Adiran elite have no sense of humor. All in all, it's a pretty sweet deal. 3 square meals, bed of my own, maybe even a chance to retire as a clerk. Wouldn't mind being bored stupid for a few years. Better than the alternative. But first, even more Palisades.
Speaking of, why have you set up Palisades here?
Just take a look down the road, and you'll see the last Palisades we tried to hold. And the ones before them. We're trying our best to keep the wilds at bay here, envoy.
The wilds at bay? Why? What's so dangerous up there?
The Strangleroot is hungry. Every day, it gets closer. Every day, weirder creatures crawl out from its foliage. Be careful if you're headed out there. Anyway...
Have you seen any sign of the Adiran ambassador?
He and the Clavager passed through not long ago. I didn't much like it, but they refused an escort.
Tell me about the ambassador.
Less competent than he seems. You think with all the time the ambassador spends working, he'd have more done. No, I hear he's about a sneeze away from swallowing the muck he's paddling in. Poor man.
I would be interested in any gossip you have about the Clavager.
Hot-tempered bastard. I think the ambassador's scared of him, but won't do a thing because the Clavager keeps the wheels turning. Good at its job, though. Purportedly. Bad about his confections. Sweet tooth like a hummingbird's. He and the ambassador make a good pair, honestly. The ambassador talks a lot. The Clavager gets the administrative day-to-day done.
And about Inquisitor Ludwin. What do you think of her?
Honestly, I'm more scared of her than Wodica. At least I understand why the Burnt Queen is so pissed. Ludwin runs the Steel Garrote, Wodica's order of paladins. The only thing they care about is their Burnt Queen. There's honor among thieves, envoy. But zealots, they'll raise the world for their god.
Is there anything else I should know?
Balgrunin beer is surprisingly terrible. Always trust an Amauan to know where the best seafood is. Pay attention when the locals tell you something. And watch out for poets. Something's odd about them.
I am curious. Is there anything you miss about Adir?
About Adir. Same hungry empire that is looking to gobble up the living lands. The one that sends people out to maybe die for its ambitions. Kind of you to ask, envoy. But truth is, not really. Adir's fair and good to the people it thinks deserve compassion. But break its trust, and well, Adir will make you crawl to retrieve the pieces. You can tell it's a place that worships Wodica. Actually, I miss the pies. The crust's all wrong here.
Good to know. Thank you for your time, but I have to go. Hold the wall.
Your armor could use some work. Let's check the watermill for supplies. Oh, look, paradise ladder. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat that strengthens weapons and armor. Incoming Sorrows. Here we go. Hey! Over here! Coming from your right. Run! Those Arabs must have been scavenging supplies too. Nothing like a win with a good team. You know, for most people, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position.
I distinguished myself with the tall grass. I have seen more than my share of battle.
Tall grass, huh? Even in Rawatai, you lot are the stuff of legend. I guess I should count myself lucky our paths didn't cross sooner. But that raises a bigger question. Why would your emperor send one of his most accomplished warriors all the way out here?
I am investigating the Dream Scourge.
Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they?
Funny thing is, I don't even know who they are.
I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry, these are unusual times.
What do you mean?
I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
I have seen firsthand just how bad it can get. People are right to fear.
And here I was hoping for good news. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote Paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
I can understand the tension. Foreign troops are rarely a welcome sight.
Exactly. Palisades has been quiet lately, but I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course.
I serve at the Emperor's pleasure, and he sent me here. That's it.
Ah. I used to march to a similar drumbeat back when I served in the Rawatayan Navy. But that's a story for another time. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again. Even if it's just for a while. We should be safe enough, but I'll take watch, just in case.
Letter to home. Dear Mother, every day on the front line is more dangerous than the last. I never thought I'd say that I would rather be facing an organized army than the encroaching wilderness. But this place is truly unlike any other. Still, through the grace of Wodika, we hold strong. The Palisades are well defended, and our resolve is unbreakable. When the next wave comes, we will be ready.
Everything out here's been getting more aggressive. Militia's trying to hold the wilds out however they can.
Is that all you got? Let's see what you got. Come on.
We make a good squad.
Come and get me! Hey! Over here!
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want.
Trapper's log. We shouldn't be seeing bears in Dawn Shore. Not this time of year. Either the seasons have gone mad, or the bears have. Tracked one of them to a pillar of Adra. Was it my imagination, or was the creature preying? Something's very wrong out here. It'd be dangerous to sneak in for a closer look, but danger never stopped me before.
I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard.
Coming in hot.
I got a bad feeling about whatever that bear's chomping on.
Let's see what you got. Nice shot.
That's a bad way to go.
Here it comes.
It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush that house.
Merchant's Journal. Something's changed in the living lands. Used to be that an honest merchant could come and go as they please. Now, if it isn't the Zorops, it's the bears. And if it isn't the bears, it's the bandits. And if it isn't the bandits, it's the tree folk. Feels like civilization's getting pushed out like a sliver of glass. Enough is enough. I'm hopping onto the first ship back to the Eastern Reach. Might as well stop and gather some mushrooms on my way out, so it isn't a total loss.
Stand back. Here we go! Come and get me! Nice!
The scourge invades. Claw it out. It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Letter to the Claviger. Claviger Amond. Unfortunately, I cannot dispatch any of my animancers to your grove, not until you can guarantee their safe passage. The Aedarin presence in Paradise has complicated our diplomatic relations, but you already knew that when you built them an embassy. Ignacy Vidaro, governor of Fior May Iverno.
Show me what you got! Let's see what you got! Come and get me! back in sight. Hey! Over here! Let's see what you got. You're a good friend. Come and get me! Hey! Over here! Come and get me!
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good. Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely.
Don't thank the gods. Thank me.
I wouldn't have stood a chance against that beast. I owe you my life. Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say.
Apologies. I was held up at Fort Northreach. I came as quickly as I could.
Oh, pity you were too late for the claviger. Damn good fellow. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted?
Kai offered to accompany me, and he's had my back so far.
Well, did he now?
A little faster, and we might have been able to save Claviger Aemon, too. Happy to have been of service, nevertheless.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late.
That bear had the dream scourge. I am sure of it.
I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad.
I saw something like this at Fort Northreach.
Did you? We lost contact with our coastal detachment days ago. I was hoping for better news. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me?
I am not sure. I have been hearing a voice in my head, and it's getting louder.
Fascinating. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do?
I think there might be something wrong with this Adra. It could be worth investigating.
Adra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. Maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting.
You have been speaking to me since Fort Northreach. What do you want?
We were drowning in our nightmares for so long. Your hand was a branch. Escape! We reached for you. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured. But you too are alone in your strangeness.
Let's set that aside for a moment. What is wrong with the strangle root?
A rot eats at the foundation of this land. Corruption seeps into the soil. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear. Poor us. Poor you.
Fort Northreach. The bear. This place. It's all connected by the same plague, isn't it?
Yes. The air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do?
Put the poor thing down so it doesn't cause harm to itself or anyone else.
Death. Because some things might be pruned, some branches cut to save the tree. Envy. How much we envy the loving dead, peaceful under the flowers.
Look, I came here to see what's wrong with the strangle root. Can you help me or not?
The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it?
That depends. What is it that you want?
We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide. Do you wish this power or not?
Very well. Yes, I will help you.
A favor for a favor, then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. Retire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
Someone or something reached out to me through the Adra.
You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Some are gifted, or cursed, with such talents. Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security, sees enemies lurking around every corner.
She's not wrong. The Living Lands is clearly a dangerous place.
Perhaps, but danger takes many forms, some more subtle than others. The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the Living Lands, and they have theirs, a mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor.
I know enough to stay on Ludwig's good side.
Make sure and use that to your advantage. You never know. It might come in handy. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this. Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear. Can she? You are full of surprises, Envoy. I'd heard godlikes have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did send the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for you in Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
Enough, Outlander. Well, if it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself.
Who are you?
I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod. Hello!
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
Just so you know, you are about to start a fight you cannot possibly win.
Boss? What if he's right?
Shut it, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Well, this should be good. I didn't survive battle just to be done in by a pair of street whelps.
Street whelps. Did you hear that, Pod? Let's teach this Adiran pig a lesson.
Wait, you fought in battles? Real battles? And survived?
Oh, yes, and I am very much looking forward to this one.
Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with places to be.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Show me what you got! Come and get me! For you! Another glorious battle.
Cryptic letter. We will pay a handsome bounty for information on the Adiran ambassador, their daily scheduled, their preferred wine. Nothing is beneath our interest, and everything has a price.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. Good morning.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you.
What about Inquisitor Ludwin? You said she was looking for me.
Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now. Right?